welcome everybody to this installment of Live Your Dream Monday. Today I have with me special guest dreamer David H. Paul, the Follow Your Bliss guy from neonetworktraining.com. David, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. The great Edward Elliott. How amazing. So glad to be with you today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you back and hear about the great things that have been happening in your life since you shared your dream on Share Your Dream Friday. So tell us what's been happening. How have you been moving towards your dreams? What's been going on in your life since you shared your dream on Share Your Dream Friday?
Boy, I got to tell you, Edward, it's been nothing short of amazing. And where to begin? Where to begin? There's been so much and so much positive energy has come my way. One of the things within that really struck me with Share Your Dream, with the Share Your Dream, the Dream Project, was that when we speak our dream into existence, we really do. We speak our dream into reality, and what we do is we become like a magnet, for things. And boy, I tell you, what I've learned and what's come my way is a strengthening of positive, really vibrating and giving out positives as much as possible and learning how to do that. And what's come about as a result, let's refer back. My dream is to attract my 12 loving network marketing leaders that become the foundation for a lifelong business partnership group.
Yeah.
In my network marketing opportunity, and loving, and it's a family to me. I'm building my online network marketing family, well, what's come about is 5 of my 12 in about 3 months,
Awesome.
which is
That's fantastic.
yeah, it's just and I'm probably have attracted all 12, just don't know it yet, and that's great. So
Yeah.
one of the things I realized the other day is I got to set my bar a little higher here, because why stop there? Why not just continue to reach out and with a servant's heart and reach out in ways that folks don't expect. So many people come across me online and they say, gosh, there's got to be a sales pitch on the back end of this thing. But because that's who they say they kind of see a salesman oftentimes. And when they don't get that, they're kind of shocked, in a good way, in a really good way, because, I tell you, I'm all about helping you. And one of the things I hope for is that in our relationship, Edward, that you've gained some insights and aha moments, because I know I sure have with you. And that's come about as a result of Share Your Dream Friday. But I just want to mention a couple of real key people that have so influenced me and have reached out to me, and I've reached back, and who, are real key people in kind of my inner circle. And the first would be Mr. Brandon Wraith, and he's in your backyard in Ontario, Canada.
Oh yeah.
Stratford, as a matter of fact. And
Yep. The home of Justin Bieber.
yeah,
Woo!
isn't that amazing? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to mention Mr. Matthew Geib, the great Matthew
Yeah.
Geib. The Veneration of My Values. Matthew recently released that ebook for free on his site, matthewsmatters.com. And boy, what an amazing, amazing addition to my inner circle Matthew Geib has been. A couple of others, Ms. Terrific Tanya Heathco from National Seizure Disorders
Yeah.
Foundation.org. Boy, I reached out to Tanya, and because I work with folks that have seizure disorders offline, and was able to help her with an amazing project, and her dream is coming to fruition. I mean, it's just blossoming as well. And of course, I
Wow.
can't stop there. I have to mention Ms. Claire Kelway from Claire Kelway Social Media Marketing. Absolutely brilliant and talented lady who has really helped me to fully grasp the concept of the power of the mastermind, and
Yeah.
I'm learning every day more and more ways and means to really do what I truly love, which is to give love unconditionally,
Hmm.
which is to provide top-notch training, and also give the gift of the power of the mastermind as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There've been so many people flooding into your life and helping you on your dream. Like you talk about having the key 12, and then you say, well, why stop there? Like what? I agree. Like what? There's a milestone on the journey to achieve, and you've been surrounding yourself with some amazing people, all of them which I've had the pleasure to meet, and most of them even being special guest dreamers here on Share Your
Oh,
Dream Friday
yes.
as well.
Yeah.
So it's been an absolute blessing to have yourself and them in my life. So share with us a little bit. We know as we have big dreams and we put them out there, things start to show up
Hmm.
in our lives. Things to I would say to tell us whether we really, really want to do it. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Here's an obstacle. See if you can go around it or through it or over it." And you go through that, and you're like, "Oh, are you sure? Here's a twist over here." So maybe share with us something that may have happened along your journey that in that way, and what you did when it showed up, and how you maybe overcame it.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing that came up in for me, and you know, of course, I'm a strong believer in the law of attraction, but not really the law of attraction. Just kind of at the, if you've ever watched the movie The Secret, it's really that's kind of the surface level of it. and
Oh yeah,
and one of the things
absolutely.
that I learned through a lot of study, I probably do well over 1,000 hours a year on personal development, probably more like 2,000 hours a year. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just a full-time job; it's my bliss. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I learned about really truly grasping the law of attraction, in that doesn't matter what you feel, you're going to give it out. Doesn't matter. So we get to choose. So what am I going to
Yeah.
choose? Well, boy, I better choose first and foremost to baseline, just to feel good and to continue to
Mm-hmm.
feel better all the time. Well, when we start resonating that out, there's always that counter, what's in your life that's not positive here? What's in your life that's, maybe a little bit questionable? Hey, who's in your life that's an influence that maybe isn't going to help maintain that amazing attitude? And
Mm-hmm.
well, oh boy, did that come! It's like a freight train back here, and it's a whoosh, and so one of the things I had to do was I had to really take a look at all of my relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to make some decisions about, is this having this relationship, does this hinder that positive energy, or does it hurt, or does it help it? And I had to look through my relationships, and I'll actually add a few and take some risks, reach out where I was
Mm-hmm.
deficient. And one of the things, that the big thing that came out of that was, I had to eliminate a relationship in my life that was very, very difficult to eliminate, and I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
process of that right now. And because I honestly, I'm just not at a place right now where I could just kind of go with the flow with that particular relationship. I wasn't able
Mm-hmm.
to let go of that negative effect on me. And I'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there. But for right now, the best answer was to say, I'm sorry, but I can't hang out with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hard, really, really hard to do, because the particular relationship was one that I've had for 15 years. And so I had to create some space there, and let that relationship go. And it was a difficult decision, and it's still, there's some sadness there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But in the long run, every day that I'm separated from that negativity, from that negative energy,
Yeah.
I feel more and more positive that the key people in my life see that, and encourage that. And I'm finding that again, that magnet that we all are, that magnet
Mm-hmm.
of positive vibration that we all are, for me, is becoming stronger, and I'm continuing to attract more and more amazing, positive dreamers every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Wow.
how I overcame it was, really by sticking to my guns, by being true to me. To thine own self be true. And it's amazing to practice that preaching
Yes.
because that's
Yeah.
when we get results.
Wow. I love the idea of relationships, and there's a couple of things that I've learned along the way about relationships. One I'll share here. One is that if you look at all your relationships, you're probably most likely the average of the five people you spend the most time with. So in every area of your life, your finances, your happiness, your whichever, your family, everything is probably the same.
Yep.
And whether they're people that are alive or dead, books you read, whatever it is, you're going to be the average of those five people. And the second thing I think people sometimes get a challenge with when it comes to relationships, they think relationships should be forever.
Hmm.
And all relationships have a reason. I say this, all relationships have a reason, but some are just for a season of your life, and there's probably very few that are there for a lifetime. But being able to recognize that, maybe there's a season of even just a couple of seconds where someone walks by you and gives you a smile. But that's it. You never see them again. But they shared something with you that passed along and moved along with you on your day. And then there's others that are maybe there for a couple months, maybe for a few years, maybe 15 years,
Right.
maybe you're the rest of your life. But recognizing that, I think as human beings, we want to hang on to these relationships and these things, and when we really need to let them go.
Yes,
And when you
absolutely.
let them go, it opens up space in your life for so much more to come in.
Boy,
It's
you nailed it, Edward.
it's
One
amazing.
one of the again, as kind of, I call myself a personal growth junkie, a personal development junkie.
Yeah.
It's one of my just major passions in life is to
Hmm.
really uh, be so inside out that I like to call it becoming velveteen rabbit real. And you know,
Love
so
that.
if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the Velveteen Rabbit, guys, go find it online. There's a free copy. It's now public domain. So just type Google Velveteen Rabbit and you'll be able to read the story. Truly, it's amazing. Okay, children's story meant for adults. We'll go that far.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you nailed this, Edward, you talked about letting go.
Mm.
And, one of the things that's really, really helped me, especially just in the last couple of days, is a tool I learned called triple welcoming. And it's a process of letting go that you can find in the Sedona method, if you'd like to look up
Mm.
Sedona method. Okay.
Yeah.
But triple welcoming, it's like, well, if I've got a negative feeling, a feeling I don't like how it feels, I don't like who I am when I feel this way, real simple method, and I'll just share it real quick. It goes
Hmm.
like this. What we do is we welcome all the thoughts and the feelings and the issues and the traumas and the memories and all the stuff,
Hmm.
related to that thing that's given us trouble that we want to let go of. We welcome it, welcome all of it. Just let it come in,
Yeah.
be there, and just let it be. And while you're doing that, just do this and open.
Hmm.
Next step, welcome any wanting to do anything with that, any wanting to
Yeah.
hang on to it or let it go and push it away or fight it, any wanting to do anything whatsoever. And the next step is just to welcome any notion that that is who you really are. And
Wow.
in that moment, when we realize who we really are in that peace, in that
Hmm.
space between where nothing ends and everything begins, we discover that that whole problem just fell right apart and it can't stick to us because we let it pass right through us.
Hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, so letting go really opens the door. You'd think, well, I can't let go of my dreams, goals, and desires. I got to strangle those babies. No, 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 no. It's like this. It's like this. Let's say that these are your dreams, goals, and desires right here in this pen. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's just say this pen represents my dreams, goals, and desires, right? And here's what we normally do with our lives. We think, boy, I got to hang on to that, Oh, don't get anywhere near it. You're not going to touch this because this is mine, right? Well,
Hmm.
here's how easy this is. And anybody can do this. Guys, if you've got a pen or a pencil or something laying around that you can do this with, you can white knuckle it, just do this with me, okay?
All right, I'm gonna grab a
And
pen.
desires. Okay, yeah, grab this, Edward. Okay, and really, is this really a part of who we really are? I mean, can you flip that
Hmm.
upside down like this in your palm of your hand and realize it. See, it's really not a part of us, is it? It's really not a
Nope.
part of us, right? And it's as simple as this. Go ahead and just wrap your fingers gently around it and turn it upside down like this, and then just do
Hmm.
this and drop it.
Awesome.
It's that simple. It really
Yep.
is that simple. And when we do that, when we just drop those things, even our dreams, goals, and desires, when we can choose to say, I feel great about this. It's going to happen. I expect it. It's all going my way. And then we can just let it go. And what
Hmm.
happens when we let that go is we open to God's inspiration. We open ourselves to be inspired and directed. And the next great person is coming into our lives to help us get there. So I wanted to just share that.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. It is about allowing things and accepting all things that come into your life.
Right.
Like our tendency first is, oh, push it away, push it away, push it away. I don't want it, don't want it. But allowing yourself to let it in, feel what it is, and then decide, okay, bye bye, done with that,
Yep.
and let it go by.
Yeah. And it really will pass right through us as long as we're
Yeah,
not doing that and strangling it.
yeah,
We have to, it's really a choice.
cool.
And that awareness is a choice,
Yeah,
is
I loved it. Choice is the predecessor to awareness.
absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. So tell us something again. As people move towards their dreams,
Hmm.
there's certain things that they do to help them on a daily basis. I'm sure you've got a couple of things you do every day to help keep you on track and keep you focused or remind you of where you're going and where you're heading. Maybe you could share one of those things, one of those tips or tools you use to help just to help keep you on the path.
Okay. Well,
And
the triple welcoming is a tool I use every single day, but I also use self-talk, and it's very specific self-talk. And I'll just share my
mm,
self-talk, and of course, develop your own because
mm,
this is really this is personal stuff. This is stuff where you got to figure out what it is that makes you feel good and helps you feel better all the time. And what works for me is daily self-talk that I say as many times as I possibly can consciously cram into my mind. Okay, and here's how it goes for me. It goes like this, and I've got it written right up on my wall right here. Okay, in my office.
all right.
So all right. So it goes like this. I am outrageously happy. I'm supremely confident. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and peace, and I feel so very blessed. I feel exuberant and blissful all the time. And right now I feel loved and amazingly happy, and I keep feeling better all the time. And I actually speak that into existence about at least 100 times a day. That's my self-talk.
Wow.
And imagine what that does in terms of
Hmm.
opening the door to,
Hmm.
to
Yep.
amazing positive things and people and opportunities.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
How
it.
does it get any better than this, man?
Thanks.
Wow. Try asking that question after you say that. Ask how does it get any better than this?
How does it get any better than this? It just, wow.
Watch the space it will open up. Don't try to answer. Just watch the space and the consciousness and awareness that it'll bring. Just that one simple question. Our brain will try and answer it but as you go through it, ask it more and more. Just feel the energy and the space it will bring to you.
Wow.
Those questions help us so much,
They do.
but we're so determined to find the answers that we don't even realize how valuable the question is.
Oh, that's so true.
So awesome! This has been fantastic, David. Thank you so much for telling us about how you're journeying and continuing to journey towards your dreams. How people are showing up in your lives. How you've overcome some things, made some major decisions along the way of what should be in your life, who should be in your life, as well as some of the great tools you use to keep yourself on the journey and on track. So I I want one final question for you, and
Okay.
that's if there's people here that are watching this video that have been hanging out, watching Share Your Dream Friday, and they're thinking about doing it, but they're not quite sure. They're on the fence. They just haven't decided. If they came to ask you about your experience, what would you say to them? How would you recommend being part of this community and this work of really empowering ourselves to live the life of our dreams?
Well, I'd have to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you've come to that point in your life where you truly want and really need to follow your bliss, to do what you love and love what you do, and actually make a great living doing it,
Hmm.
one of your very first steps you need to be able to put your dream together. Put your dream together and speak it into reality. And there is absolutely no better place to share that with in a safe way than with the great Edward Elliott on Share Your Dream Friday.
Wow. Thanks so much, my friend.
You're so
Now,
welcome.
so if you're interested in being part of Share Your Dream Friday, there's probably somewhere around here where you can fill in your name and your email, or give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a message. It's somewhere like here or here or down here. There's some place where you can get it. You can find me. I'm everywhere. Looking for more dreamers every day, and they keep showing up in my life. So, thanks again, David.
You're
And
welcome,
that's it.
Edward. It's an honor.
Awesome.
Peace,
That's
my
it for
brother.
this installment of Live Your Dream Monday. And keep your dreams alive and keep sharing them with everybody that shows up in your life. And keep them alive. Take care. Have a fantastic day. And God bless.